Are you tired of weight loss products filled with artificial ingredients and empty promises? Discover the power of nature with Pure Revive, the ultimate solution for healthy weight loss. Check out the link in the video description now to start your journey with Pure Revive.
Convicted baby killer Lucy Letby appeared overwhelmed and started to cry quietly in the dock, as a key witness claimed the killer nurse was caught, virtually red-handed as she allegedly tried to kill a newborn. Letby denies attempting to murder baby K, who was a tiny baby girl born 15 weeks early. Dr. Jairam told jurors at Manchester Crown Court on Wednesday that he walked into nursery 1 to find the baby collapsing, but the alarms on the ventilator were not sounding and Letby was standing nearby doing nothing. He admitted that he and his colleagues were thinking the unthinkable, but said none of them wanted to believe a nurse was deliberately harming babies and it was easier to bury their heads in the sand. The consultant pediatrician said that he didn't call the police because he feared retribution from hospital managers, telling jurors, "Had I had more courage, maybe I would have picked up the phone to police." Both the prosecution and the defense have already told the jury their verdict will hinge on if they believe Dr. Jairam is telling the truth. Today on the Daily Mail's award-winning podcast, the retrial of Lucy Letby discusses Dr. Jairam's evidence. The jury at Letby's 10-month trial at the same court was last August unable to reach verdicts on 6 counts of attempted murder in relation to 5 children. She is being retried over one of those counts. On Wednesday, Dr. Jairam told the court he was the consultant in charge when baby K's mom went into labor in the early hours of February 17, 2016. Speaking to prosecutor Nick Johnson KC, Dr. Jairam said he began to feel very uncomfortable when Letby was left on her own in the nursery to babysit the child, while another nurse left the neonatal unit to speak to baby K's parents. He said, "At this time, in February 2016, we had had a number of unusual incidents with babies and a number of colleagues and myself had noted an association with Lucy Letby being present at these things. At this stage we'd had an external review which hadn't found any other obvious factors. I will be very honest. I felt very uncomfortable. Objectively you could say that was completely irrational. I just had a feeling because of knowing what had happened before and my internal dialogue was very much, stop being stupid, get on with your work, and I needed to go in to reassure myself that everything was okay." The podcast also hears how Dr. Jairam was cross-examined by Lucy Letby's barrister Ben Myers KC, who questioned him on his decision not to call the police. Mr. Myers suggested that, by February 2016, Dr. Jairam had a high suspicion that Lucy Letby was killing or harming babies. Mr. Myers asked him, "Your explanation for not calling police is because of the situation with managers, is that what you are saying? Why were you prepared for this nurse to potentially go on killing?" Dr. Jairam responded, "None of us were prepared, but we were in uncharted territory. There is absolutely no precedent or training for us knowing how to deal with this. We were meeting big resistance from people at the top. And knowing what I know now I would challenge that hierarchy, unfortunately then I didn't." He added, "It will be in my nightmares. I only wish my documentation had more information, I only wish I'd had the courage to escalate in a different way, I only wish I'd had the courage to do that, that's why it's going to be in my nightmares forever." Listen to the trial of Lucy Letby everywhere you usually get your podcasts.